want to make this quick. I'm already late from a gym session. Now, I was beyond ready to rip this Alpha Destiny kid a new asshole. Thoroughly. But I said, you know what, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. I've been checking out his channel. I've been hearing a lot of buzz around this kid. And quite frankly, his training methods are ridiculous. I'll say that. I'll try to keep the aggressiveness down a bit, but seriously. I see a lot of fanboys out there, they're preaching all this shit he's doing. I've seen some people come to my channel recently over the video I posted about the fake weights. When people want something, I give the people what they want to see. People want to see the drama. People said, hey, I think he's using fake weights. I think he's on steroids. I don't know the kid. I got a lot of people saying, hey, I think he's taking this, I think he's taking that. Now, I'll give you the reason why I believe people think he's taking shit. One of the dangerous things he talks about in his training methods is this: maxing out every week. He comes in, he preaches this super overly intense style of training. Intensity. You gotta have big balls. We all know that. You gotta go into the gym with that no holds barred attitude. That I will not fucking quit, I will not fucking lose, ever attitude. I'm the alpha wolf. I promote that thoroughly. But that does not equate into doing stupid shit. Like 1,000-pound rack pulls. Like the other video the other day. Taking a challenge from no other than the delusional Jason fucking Blaha. Well, I don't know the name of that fucking apparatus he was using, but 700 fucking pounds? Come on. What you need to understand is this. Dangerous training, the way you're telling people to train, is gonna fuck someone up. And to be honest, in this business, you can't afford to be fucking people up. If you get everyone out there injured, then there's no one for real trainers like myself to train, because everyone's on fucking rehab mode, trying to get their fucking back aligned, because you told them to go in there and do a 1,000-pound rack pull, to go in and max out every day on the fucking bench press, or the squat or the deadlift, or whatever other crazy conjugate, what's the other word they like to use? They like to use these crazy terms, linear progressive, dynamic progression, all these fucking terms to try to confuse people. When you speak these type of terms to people, they look at you like you're a fucking guru, like holy shit, he knows something I don't know. No, it's just lifting fucking weights with good form and increasing the weight over time in a smart way. Not going in every week, putting on 10 more fucking pounds, knowing that your body can't handle it. Now, his training style is ridiculous. You need to chill the fuck out. You're a young kid, I understand that. Are you natural? I believe you claim to be natural, but the way you tell people to train, that's something we hear in these magazines from these non-natural lifters, and people who write these magazines who just gets their information from non-natural lifters, telling you to go in, putting on 80% of your max and all these crazy ass fucking lifts, when in reality, the human body in its natural form cannot handle that type of shit. Bottom line. So when I sit back and I watch some of your shit, because I'm listening to fucking, wow, I think the neighbor just fell out a window or something. What the fuck was that? Something. Shit. So anyway, when I heard Jason fucking Blaha talk about, well, this Alpha Destiny guy is promoting bad training, you know, I have to go over and see what the fuck he's talking about. I skimmed through a few of your videos, and what I see is crazy. I mean, I see utter fucking nonsense. You're telling people you can max out every week. You max out every week. You do all these crazy high volume routines. You bring it up, you drop it down, you max out over and over and over. I can max out every week. I do it, and my body's just fine. If you recover, listen, if you go into the gym every single day, you do a full body workout, you work your muscles thoroughly, you do your job, you have intensity, you have big balls, you have ferocity, like I always fucking say. You do your fucking job, good form, day in and day out. At the end of the week, you don't have what it takes to go in and max out. No one should be maxing out every fucking week. You save the maxing out for maybe once a month. You lead yourself up into it. At the end of every month, everyone should say, let me see how much I've increased than over what I was last month. But it's not a weekly thing. We're not super soldiers. And when you speak that type of shit, it makes me believe that, hey, you're running on a different source of fuel than the rest of us. Because as a natural lifter, I go into the gym, I have my Monday, it's my strongest day. I go in, I kick ass Monday. Tuesday, I go in, I taper it down and slide a bit, but I'm still kicking ass. Wednesday comes around, I'm a little bit more tired, a little bit more fatigued, because I kicked ass those other 2 days. I'd be fucking damned if I go in Friday, after bench pressing multiple times throughout the week, building up my strength and my size, to go in and try to max out. If I was gonna max out, it would be on that Monday. I would go in, max out, boom, then work out accordingly, get in my working sets. It's all about working sets. Another thing you need to understand, everyone out there, because I'm not speaking to just Alpha Destiny. Everyone out there, you need to understand this. When you work out, you have this thing called connective tissue, tendons, ligaments, joints. These things need to be strengthened. Meaning if you go in and you go balls to the wall and you watch a guy do a 1,000-pound rack pull and you go in and put on 800-pound rack pull or even try a 1,000-pound rack pull, why the fuck? When you do that type of shit, do you know you can snap this shit right here? You can snap this shit right here. You can fuck up your back. You can strain your fucking neck. I straightened my neck one day in the car pulling out of the fucking driveway. Just turning to see if a car was up. Just like that. So imagine the damage you can do, the permanent damage you can do to yourself. Do 1,000-pound rack pulls, listening to idiots tell you what to do in the gym. Any real trainer out there, any trainer in an elite team, the NFL, the NBA, you're not going to see that NBA coach or that NFL coach tell his players, hey LeBron, once you get over there, do some 1,000-pound rack pulls to get your fucking chaps bigger, man. No, that's $1 million man. He's not going to put $1 million man in a compromising situation. So then when you get a kid like Alpha Destiny, a young punk, get on here and tell you, work out, 1,000-pound traps, fucking rack pulls, all this crazy shit, and people listen to it. Now the intensity part, the work hard part, the get in there and do what you got to do, have big balls, yeah, go in there. My whole thing is aggressiveness. Go in there with fucking intent, you kill the weights, you be smart. That doesn't mean go in and grab the fucking 50s when you know you can only curl the fucking 30s. You go in and you get the 30s or the 35s and you give it all you fucking got. But you don't go in and just start grabbing fucking weights and just trying to outdo yourself and your ego gets in the way. Excuse me. Your fucking ego gets in the way. The next thing you know, you're fucked. Do you know how many times I've snapped my shoulders up? Ego lifting as a young buck in high school? Do you know how many times? I've lost fucking count. And I'm not talking just one. I'm talking both. I'm talking multiple times. More than 5 times each. Because I didn't listen. I thought I knew it all. I thought I'd go in and just throw on any fucking thing and just smash through the weights. And then eventually, and you know what? The lucky thing about it is I didn't get a permanent injury. Because I start to wisen up. I said, you know what? Why am I doing something that could potentially fuck me up? Why would I go in and do something that will potentially injure me permanently? Now you guys got some new dude on the scene. He's telling you to do all this crazy shit. And like good little fanboys, you fucking follow the leader. But if you need a real fucking leader, follow me. My programs, I won't put you through that crazy bullshit. You do have to understand one thing. Your connective tissue. If you damage it too much, you're out of the game. If you go for a 1,000-pound rack pull because Alpha Destiny's dumbass told you to go over there and try it, have big balls, you gotta go for it. Can't be a pussy. How many other guys I've seen out there? A whole bunch of guys saying, don't be a fucking pussy. People ask me, why do I train so hard? This is my life, da-da-da-da-da. That's just a bunch of fucking tough talk. Because when you snap your shit up, yeah, you in the camera right there. You. Watching me. When you snap your shit up, guess what? That same person doing all that fucking tough talk, they're not going to give a fuck about you. They're not going to come over and say, hey man, let me help you out. You know, there's nothing they can fucking do. Even if they did show up. What are they going to do? Bring you a fucking pair of shoes or something or a nice gift and tell you, oh, well, you know, have a good recovery. There's nothing they can do. We'll beat you a bottle of fucking aspirin, some ibuprofens. You just some fucking Vicodin. You're fucked. Do you know how many times you can go before you actually permanently fuck up your back? Your shoulders? Your knees? Squat every day. No, I bench press every day, but I don't bench fucking ridiculous every day. I have my heavy day, then I taper it down. There's sometimes I don't even film the fucking bench press workout because the weight looks so fucking ridiculously low that I'm like, oh man. People know I'll be hitting 275, 285 when I'm in the bulk. The fuck I look like hitting this 205. Getting in some good working sets, thrashing the muscles. Fuck. But I fucking do it. You guys seen some of the old footage. Lighter weight, heavier weight. You gotta switch it up, but you can't go in every day going for the fucking gusto. You gotta be smart. You gotta taper it down. If Monday's your heavy day on the bench, then Tuesday you want to go in and work the bench more, I recommend that. You get another day in. But then you have to taper the weight down. You're on 275, 245. I would say this, go in, this is what I would do. 275 for a few reps. Boom, boom, boom. A few sets. Then you knock it down. 245. Boom, boom. Try to get in 3 good sets. Go to 225. Well, I go really aggressive with it. I'll probably go in maybe 4 sets. There have been times where I've been on the bench press for hours. Not with that same 275. Eventually I'm down to 225. And if I'm really feeling good, if I'm really fucking carved up, I'll drop that shit down to 185 and just bang out a few more just to fucking thrash the muscles. But guess what? I'm putting less strain on the tendons and connective tissue because those things need to grow too. But they don't grow like your muscles do from bombarding it and thrashing with the heavy weights. The muscles grow differently. The tendons, they grow over time at a slower rate. With more work, with more activity, the tendons start to grow. But you gotta understand, going in with the heavy powerlifting shit all the time doesn't work the same way for your tendons, your elbows, your shoulders. That shit will fuck you up. Taper it down. Don't go into the gym trying to max out. Don't go in every fucking Friday. I want to put on everything I can on the bench and max out. It doesn't work like that. You start heavy in the beginning of the week. This is what I train people with. This is what I preach. Then you kind of taper your way down. 250 at the beginning of the week on the bench press, if that's what you're around, if that's what you're hitting. Some guys might be up in the 325 range. We'll work in that. Depends on how fucking big and swole you are. But as you go through the week, taper it down slightly. You don't got to drop from 350 all the way down to 200, but you taper it down. You might want to drop to 275, 260. Drop it down. Get in your working sets. It's the work that builds the muscle. This is coming from a person who's natural, who built every single stitch of muscle fiber on his fucking body naturally. That's the truth. That's how you get this shit done. Don't go into the gym and injure yourself, people. Because if Alpha Destiny and all the rest of these fucking idiots injure everyone out there, then who's left for me to train? Right? So, with all that said, be safe, be smart, people. Like I said, don't listen to snake oil salesmen. I don't know if the kid's on something or not, but when people tell you to train with this crazy intensity, it's because they're living in the moment. You gotta understand that. So that shit comes out in the camera. And they're saying this. You gotta listen to what people say and what they do. Some people say don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. Listen to what they say and watch what they do. Do both. If a person comes in, he's saying intensity, you gotta work out, max out more, all this crazy shit. Hey, you gotta understand something. That person probably isn't running on the same fuel as you, which means like all the big bodybuilders, they can go in and just fucking thrash themselves every fucking day because Mr. Olympia's coming up this year. So we gotta thrash it. Guess what? The steroids are gonna fucking make you recover 10 times faster than you were if you were natural. If they were to get rid of fucking steroids today, this will be the last Mr. Olympia here in 2017. Actually, if today it would go out, when is the Olympia? It's pretty soon. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care about the steroid shit. It's coming up in a few months, I believe, or a month or whatever, a couple of weeks. But let's say after this Mr. Olympia, there were no more steroids in the game. It'll be a whole nother Mr. Olympia fucking event in 2018. Did the Olympia already happen yet? I don't fucking know. I just go to the gym and work out because I want to be a fucking beast. But at the same time, what good is it being a beast if your fucking back is broke? So with all that said, get to the gym, do work, muscle up.
My adversaries cry like hoes, fully eradicate my foes. My lyrics explode on contact. Gaming you hoes, who else but mama's only son? But the phony niggas in the world say my name, watch bitches come. Now 5